Hello everyone, welcome to my third video. The first video was about all the types of questions in reading and writing SAT. The second question was the first in the reading, central ideas and main details. And this is the first video in the writing part. And I will start with transitions, one of the most important topics in new digital SAT. I'll start by sharing my screen. I will show you the file we are going to use. This is the file. Let's start with the transitions. Of course, I used some of the examples of Khan Academy and I cited the reference. This is the reference Khan Academy of some of the examples, not everything. First of all, I need to go through the definition, transitions in writing. This is the first video. These questions would ask you to choose the most logical transition which will be used to connect sentences, connect ideas together. These are the tips. I will start. This is the part of the tips. You need to read what's before and after. The space, where is the space? This is the space. That is the space. You need to put the transitional word here. You need to read what's before. This is what's before. Before the transition. And what's after the transition. You try to figure out the relationship between both parts, then you will go through the choices and choose the best transition word. Identify the relationship, and this is something which is very important. Eliminate copycats. Too similar, eliminate the two similar transitions. If you have two similar transitions, eliminate them. I will show you in the first example. Look, do you find any copycats here? Do you find two transitions with similar meanings or the same purpose? However, accordingly, nevertheless, furthermore, yeah, it seems that we will eliminate, however, and nevertheless. Why they are copycats? Why do you think they are copycats? They are because they are the same. Both of them show contrast relationship. That's why I have to eliminate them. Okay, let's go back. These are the transitions. It's very important to understand, to memorize, to study all transitional words and what each one of them represents. Some transitions will be used for addition, adding, furthermore, further, to. Some will be for the time, some will be for the sequence, first, second. Some will be the place, above, behind, below. Examples, for citing examples, for example, to illustrate, for instance. Some will be for cause and effect, for showing the results. As a result, hence, cause and effect, accordingly, consequently, since, therefore, for this reason, because of this. Purpose, comparisons, contrast, alternatives, dispute. You need to memorize and understand every single one of them to be able to answer the transitions. Okay, let's start with the examples. This is, as I told you, which choice completes the text with the most logical transition. It will be provided with 4 transitions. The first step is to read what's before the space. Number 2, what's after the space. Number 3, predict the relationship before going to the choices. You need to predict it at the very beginning. Let's do it, and finally we'll go to the choices to figure out. Reforestation efforts, while undeniably valuable. By the way, this is an interrupter between two commas, as if it's not there. You can eliminate them. Although it's valuable, it's like although it's valuable, the reforestation efforts often result in forests with limited biodiversity. Limited biodiversity. Is this positive or negative? Yeah, that's negative word. Limited. So the reforestation cause limited biodiversity. That's negative. Let's go to the second part, the green part. Care should be taken to plant. Care should be taken to plant a wide variety of blah, 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 blah. So, because limited biodiversity, so we should take care of the issue. We should plant. So, as if we have a problem and a solution, as if this is a problem and this is the solution. How? So, limited resources, so we need to do something. This is the problem. This is the solution. So what type of relationship? Here, the type of relationship is the cause and effect relationship. So the relationship here is cause and effect relationship. Why? We have a problem, limited resources, sorry, limited biodiversity. So we are going to plant. We are going to solve this problem. Cause and effect. So I eliminated, however, and nevertheless, even before reading, because both of them, they are copycats. They have similar purposes. Both of them contrast relationship, and we don't have a contrast relationship in both parts of the sentence. So we have accordingly and furthermore. Are we adding? We are not adding something. We're not adding something. I'm going to choose accordingly because accordingly shows cause and effect. It can be accordingly. It can be so. It can be therefore. It can be consequently. It can, okay? All of them show cause and effect relationship. This is number 4. To wrap it up, you need to read what's before, what's after, the space, try to predict the relationship. You need to be well equipped. As I told you, if you did not study this page, you won't be able to figure out the purpose of using each transition. And of course, don't forget the copycats. Let's go to the second choice. So the second example. Do we have copycats in here? Yes, we have 2 copycats even before going through because they both, they are similar. However, and nevertheless, copycats. Why copycats? Because both of them show the same relationship. Contrast relationship. That's why. So I will eliminate both choices. I still have accordingly and furthermore. Accordingly, I'm so sorry, that's the same. Sorry, that's the same. It's the same one, just a sec. I need to go back to it. Okay. Okay, let's go to the other, um, let's go to another example. I will start with step number one. Step number one, which will be reading what's before. This is number one. Number two, what's after the space. This is before. Okay, and this is after the space, and we will try to figure out the relationship between both parts or both sentences before going through the choices. I will start with the first part, the Gordie Howe hat trick. It doesn't seem clear for me, but there is a comma, interrupter, comma. So that's an explanation to what's before. That's an interrupter. So the interrupter can help me understand what's before it. So what's Gordie Howe hat trick? An official static in which a hockey player scores a goal, records an assist, and gets a fight, all in the same game, is named after hockey great. That's a person. So whatever. So it's the Gordie Howe hat trick named after Gordie. That's the first idea. The second idea, or the second part after the space, how, my God, look at that. Look at that. Only achieved twice in his career, far fewer than any other player. So there's a contrast here. How is it named after a person, and that person is far fewer than the others? So it's not logic. So it's named after Gotti, and Gotti did it fewer than anyone else. It's unlogic. It's not logic at all. That's why what's the relationship here? Okay, let's go to the choices and the copycats. Do you have similar transitions? Yes, we have, which is, yes. Therefore, and as a result, we have to eliminate both of them. Both of them show the same relationship, and both of them show what cause and effect relationship. Does it work here? It doesn't work here. That's not a cause and effect. It was named after him وهو أصلا أقل واحد. So it's not reasonable to be named after a person who did it fewer than many other players. So that's not a cause and effect relationship. It seems that yes, that's a contrast relationship. So if I'm going to read it, it was named after Godi. However, he did it fewer times than any other player. That's a contrast relationship. Now, what about afterwards? Afterwards, it shows that the time and the sequence, the chronological order. That's why it doesn't work. No order here. That's a contrast relationship. I will go with however. I hope it was a good video for all of you, and wait for the upcoming videos. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. See you.